Hello everybody, this is Dino GTO, and today we're in the T49, but yep, I've gone to the dark side. I'm using the 90mm gun, which was previously absolutely useless on this tank because it had 102 pen and it was a HE round for some fucking bizarre reason. I have no idea why previously this gun only had like 102 pen and it only had HE rounds available. I don't know what on earth possessed them to do that, but now it actually has a decent 90mm gun. But yeah, for someone who said for someone like me who said they were only ever going to use the 152 on this tank, it pains me to say this gun's really goddamn good for a light tank gun. Like, it genuinely pains me to say that because I had no intention of ever using this gun, but on a tank like this with this gun, it's insane. And plus, I think from memory, this gun out DPMs the 105mm on the Sheridan by a significant amount. And I think the Sheridan has the highest DPM of the tier 10 light tanks. So yeah, that just gives you an idea of just how powerful this gun actually is. It's got 212 pen, so it's basically a tier 8 medium pen, but the rate of fire on it, I have a 4.95 second reload on my tank, on my T49. So that's mental. I mean, 240 alpha every 4.95 seconds, that just devastates tanks. It really does. Plus it makes it really good perm tracking stuff, which we're going to see an example of later on, but not right now. So I've just been running around like headless chicken for the last like couple minutes pretty much, because, well, I couldn't really think of anything else better to do. I was just looking to spot tanks and just get some spotting damage up. So I'm on 1300 spotting damage right now because Object 704, from what I remember, one-shotted the IKV, kill off the RE251. So now I'm on 700 damage done and about 1800 spotting damage. So we're going to dive down into this like a little area here. Another 600 spotting damage for me. And there's a couple of tanks over here. T29, I would nearly call it T95. And a Yak Panther 2. Yak Panther 2 puts a huge hit into me, 460 damage. I put my loader back in, and I was thinking, like, the reason I fired at his track instead of firing at his hull, I was thinking maybe I was at a good enough angle that I could fire up into his underplate armor, if that makes sense. Like, if I use this tank as an example, like, this is a terrible place to do this. Hang on. Like, say here, like, if you're firing up into this, like, from like a lower down position, you can fire up and hit up into this like side skirt area here. On this tank here, that doesn't have a hitbox, that won't do any actual physical damage to the tank. But on a tank like the Yak Panther 2 with an overhang of the hull, whoops, dropped the bottle. My bad. A tank with like an overhang for the hull, that will actually do damage as well as tracking them at the same time. So it's why Cresting Ridgelines and things like Tiger 2s and all pretty much every German vehicle, honestly, most of them have this weak point. Even the Leo 1 has this weak point. And yeah, now I'm just going to pump shots into this Yak Panther 2. He fired a shot off, which means he's basically dead at this point. Like, what the hell can he possibly do? Like, he has like a 10-second reload on that gun. He gets hit just before I was about to back off, so he's dead now. Defender somehow bounced off me. Well, he didn't actually technically bounce off me. He actually clipped my tracks, didn't do any damage. Can't give up trying to go for a shot in the KB3, but as soon as that defender angled at all, I was pretty much guaranteed never to pen that ever. So currently on 2900 spotting damage, 2000 damage done, which is pretty damn solid. I can guarantee that with the derp gun, wouldn't have gotten anywhere close to that. Maybe I would have one-shotted the IKV 90B. That probably would have been about it. Otherwise, I probably would have done maybe like 300 damage to each tank a shot, and that would have been like a 25-second reload between each shot. Or no, maybe not 25 second, like 20-second reload between each shot, and yeah, that would have sucked. And like right now I'm just basically rushing forward, trying to get to these guys so I can do some more damage. T26E5 puts a shot into, I put a shot into the MXS E46. T26E5 was chasing the Skoda I don't know who he was chasing, actually, I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, the Agtaker was actually prepared for me coming for him, which was actually a genuine surprise for me. I didn't expect that guy to actually be paying attention. but he was actually facing towards me. He just was not quite quick enough to react. And my game actually froze for a second here. I was just holding down the left mouse button because I was pretty sure I auto-aimed onto the guy. And now I've actually got control over my game again. And I was actually stunned by my own artillery. And this T-20 prototype, he is getting shot in the face by Jagdtiger, and the Jagdtiger probably going to do some significant damage to him. And yeah, continue to just put shots into the Jagdtiger, because why not, really? And I actually set him on fire there, which was a surprise for me, because I didn't actually expect to do that. And T-20 prototype just about manages to finish the guy off. And you may notice here now that I've already done the mission, but I'm on 3600 damage done. Actually, hang on. 3600, 3400. Oh my god, that's exactly 7000 damage. Like 7000 combined damage. 7000 or 3585 damage plus 3405 spotting damage. That's exactly 7000. That would have been the perfect amount to do. Well, I'm not sure if you need over 7000 damage or if you can just have 7000 combined damage and get it. I don't know how it works exactly for light tanks. I actually never read that part of it. I don't know if you get exactly the amount if it would give it to you. But yeah, just gonna arrive here, get the final kill, and that would have meant guaranteed would have gotten LT15, which would have been great if I hadn't done it already in the WZ1321 video, which was on Tuesday? No, well, it was on 12 o'clock Tuesday, so technically beginning of Wednesday. So I posted at a really awkward time. I don't know why I did that, but yeah, T49 with 90mm gun. Originally thought it was going to be blasphemy to use the T49 with a 90mm gun. Shame to say, it's probably the best option on the tank, honestly. It looks kind of dumb on this turret in my opinion. Like, I mean, it just looks kind of weird. I mean, like that area there looks like it was built for the 152. It looks kind of weird just having this like little shrimpy gun in comparison. But yeah, I think it's probably the better gun. And just noticing chat, like a T20 prototype actually thanked me there for like helping him out there. Honestly, yeah, I actually hadn't even realized I actually thought T20 prototype was dead. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I wasn't actually paying attention. And by the way, if my voice sounds kind of funny at some certain points, I'm trying to talk quietly because currently it is like 2 a.m. Or like 1 a.m. I haven't really looked at the time. But yeah, because I want to space out the replays, this replay, even though I'm recording it relatively soon after the WZ1321 replay, I'm going to upload it some point next week because I don't want to basically flood you with light tank games. Like, I think this is one of the last games I'm really going to upload during the period where I don't have a computer, so I think that's probably what I'm going to do. This is probably like Monday or Tuesday, probably Tuesday's video, I guess. So, yeah, and by the way, I should just point out I do use Colo on this tank. I still use things like code optics and all, but that is purely well. I think I use I don't use code optics on this tank. I use vents. I forgot I switched that. I changed from having rammer, vertical stabilizer, and code optics to having instead of code optics having vents because I actually used some free XP to get the Commander's crew skill up to about 55% for the situational awareness or recon, whatever it was, skill. So now I have 445 meter view range on this tank. So it allowed me to maximize my rate of fire because I wanted to get it sub 5 seconds if I possibly could. And combined with the cola on the tank, that allowed me to achieve that there, and I'm pretty happy with the results. I think my reload is either 4.85 seconds or 4.95. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head. But yeah, either way, really solid gun, really potent in pretty much every circumstance. Kind of sad that the 152 has kind of become irrelevant, and you don't really see the 152 much these days because they didn't really give you any reason to use it other than it's a 152. That's pretty much it. But yeah, overall, really solid gun, really good on really good platform. Let's go on to the post game stat. Alright, so this game was worth an ace tanker, and yet again, this is like the fourth game I've looked at in a row where I have like no special medals whatsoever, but still 1,440 base XP, which is pretty sweet actually. Like that's still a really solid amount, and 45,390 credits made. We'll see how much that translates to whenever we get to the detailed stats. But let's see, 3,708 damage, 5 kills. I already mentioned the base XP amount. Like the highest actual damage in that game was the 704 on my team, 4,642 damage, 4 kills. He got 1,013 XP. I think chances are a lot of his damage was done with a lot of people spotting for him because he is a tank destroyer. So that would be my guess as to why I got like nearly 400 XP more than him. So when we get to the detailed report, and yeah, just as predicted by the way, just to start off, 45,390 total credits made for this game, and I made 4,655 by the end of that. There, like that's. Bear in mind, I do use food on this thing, but still, like technically, actually think about it. If you were to remove the food, technically I could have made like 24k in a tier 9. But yeah, my crew also wouldn't have been as good, so chances are I might not have been able to do as well. But yeah, 26 shots fired, 21 direct hits, 17 penetrations. Okay ratio, not the greatest, but okay. Already mentioned the damage, 3,405 assistance damage. Relatively short game, relatively good result. Result for me. One thing, like, it is honestly like kind of hard for me to admit. The 90mm is probably the best gun on this tank these days, and I've said this thing is probably the highlight of the line. Like, I don't see the Sheridan being better than this thing. Because I'm almost like I think I've actually, you know what, while I'm talking here, I'm just going to actually just double check, make sure I haven't been talking out my ass the entire time. I'm going to compare the Sheridan to the T49 DPM wise. Let's see, 90mm, 105mm, and let's see, 2500, 2448. Okay, yeah, the T49 beats it by about 50 DPM, and as you increase the amount of equipment and the crew skills and stuff, the gap widens from what I remember. So let me just check. So rammer and vents on both of them, brothers in arms on both of them as well. So T49 gets up to about, let's see, just make sure brothers in arms and all is trained. That's interesting. It looks like actually, that's weird. 551 Sheridan weirdly seems to overtake the T49. I always thought that the equipment actually, well, T49 technically has a better base DPM, but the Sheridan seems to actually have a better overall DPM, which is actually a genuine surprise. I guess I must have been looking at the base stats last time I compared these vehicles. Genuine surprise for me. Did not realize that. Bizarre, but whatever. But yeah, still, this thing's a very, very, very good tank. Really, really flexible, good view range. Just in general, probably one of the best tier 9 light tanks in the game. I would say it's almost definitely better than the Chinese one. I did not like the Chinese tier 9 light tank very much, even though I like the tier 10 a lot. Did not like the tier 9 very much. T54 lightweight, still not really a huge fan of that tank. 1390 is pretty freaking good. Since the changes that happened to the light tanks, the 1390 is a very, very good tank. The Spy Panzer, that's pretty much all I can really say about that tank. It's just not very special, really, is it? Like, it's just like I don't know what to say about the Spy Panzer. Spy Panzer just seems a bit boring in comparison to a lot of the other vehicles now. Let me see, like, what nation am I forgetting about? So I've done America, I've done Russia, France, Germany. What's the nation I'm forgetting about? China? Oh yeah, I already talked about China. I feel like I'm forgetting the nation. I've talked about France, talked about Germany, talked about China, and the T54 lightweight. Sure, it's got armor. Sure, it's got the best of speed of the tier 9 light tanks. I just feel like it's a bit too big. Like, it's very, very wide. It's about the same size as a regular T54. It's just that it weighs less and it has a higher top speed. That's pretty much the only real difference between that and the regular T54 and the armor model, of course, because that's how they lost so much weight from it. But yeah, pains me to say it, but yeah, can confirm 90mm best gun, pretty much. So yeah. Let me know your opinions on the debate between 90mm and 152mm. For a long time, I loved the 152mm. It was hilarious to use, but the 90mm just seems to be the superior gun. I'll probably wind up using the 152 just because it's hilarious, still, but the 90mm is definitely probably the more competitive gun. So yeah. So leave your comments in the comment section below, and thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.